So, hi guys. So this is the first session in CA Inter Paper 6 Auditing and Assurance of Group 2. Uh, if you look at the subject totally, we are having, 17 chapters. We are having totally 17 chapters. Like 1, 2, 3, all together up to 17 chapters. And I even have given what is the chapter reference in ICI material. If you look at in ICI order, these are the chapter numbers, getting it, which we are covering in our material under these chapter numbers. I hope you are able to understand. So this is ICI order and this is SHRESTA order. Now, by the way, this particular video, whatever the first session I'm doing it for the purpose of even uploading on YouTube as well. Like I'll be giving this as a demo video for everybody else. So this can be used as both a demo video as well as a YouTube, like people whoever want to know about how I'm going to cover CA Inter audit. Fine, take serious. The first and foremost instruction, every time I always tell, even in my CA final also, I tell the same. The first and foremost instruction, you should watch these classes at standard speed. Whatever the playback speed given to you at standard speed, at that speed only you should watch. Many students, what I'm observing is they're watching at 1.25, 1.5, 1.75. Some students, ultrasonic students, are watching even at 2 times speed. Remember, what is important is learning is important. It's not just listening the class which will give you the knowledge. It's learning out of the class which will give you the knowledge. If at all, something that we can deliver within half an hour, why do we take 1 hour? We can deliver within half an hour, right? 1 hour video, you're watching at higher speed and you are trying to finish it less than 1 hour. Because of that, what is happening is you're only listening the words. Actually speaking, you are unable to construct the logic. So that is the reason. See, like why many students, in spite of listening to the class, in spite of reading, why they never get command? Because they are not good listener. Because they are not good reader. That is the only reason why they are unable to reproduce. They are unable to logically interpret the things. Understand the reason why you are attending to our classes. Getting it? The reason is to learn something. It's not just to listen what we are saying. It is something to learn. Your thought process to increase. What is there in the book? We are not just translating. We are giving some thought process to it. We are explaining how things work. When we are explaining the thought process, when we are explaining how the things work, you need to learn them properly. You need to listen them properly. And if you just simply fast forward it, or if you put it a higher play speed, higher playback speed and listen, there is no point of buying classes. There is no point of attending coaching classes at all. Acha, okay, fine. I don't know. Whatever I tell you, you may not convince. One small exercise I'll tell you. This video you're watching, right? Or any other video of your choice. Can you watch 1 hour video just at standard speed? Something which you don't know, topic. Okay? And or else I'll tell you one thing. Select one topic, one video in YouTube which you don't know. Watch it at higher speed, 1.5 speed you watch. Later again, watch the same half an hour or 20 minutes video at standard speed. First time when you watch, you will not understand anything. Second time when you watch, you understand everything. Bet, if you want, you can do it. You're listening to the lectures in order to understand the things, not to just listen. In order to understand, in order to analyze. So first and foremost instruction. And coming to everyone, whoever is taking up my auditing classes or our SHRESTA Institute classes, we have given a particular order. We have given a particular order in which we discuss the chapters. There is a very clear reason why we discuss chapters in this order. There is a very clear logic behind why we have to discuss. As I enter into the subject, I gradually tell you why we need to follow this order. So I request you sincerely follow in the same order. Suppose you may be getting this class, you may buying this class later after 2 months when all the chapters were ready. All the videos are ready. Suddenly you are going and picking up this chapter, analytical procedures, and you're trying to listen. I don't say that you won't understand, you will understand. But I'm telling no, beyond understanding, learning is also most important. As a whole, you need to have a subject. As a whole, you need to learn the subject. Because case-based MCQs, for your information, let me decode about how audit paper will be asked for. You will have audit paper for 120 marks, CA Inter Group 2 paper 6. And out of this 120, you are having 30 marks for objective based evaluation, which is also called as MCQ based evaluation. And rest 90 marks of the paper, you are going to get descriptive pattern. Now out of this 90, you are having 20 marks choice. You just have to write balance 70. This 30 marks MCQs were there, right? It may be, out of this 30, some 20 marks might be case-based MCQs. 15 marks might be case-based MCQs. These case-based MCQs, they will construct a very big story. And that story may have reference to multiple chapters. In order to solve that case-based MCQs, you need to have a very good idea across the entire subject. You may need not be expert 100%, but you need to have a very good idea across the subject. So whatever the order in which we have given, this is the order in which we are going to discuss. But again, when I'm explaining each and every chapter, when I'm concluding the chapter, I will tell in that video what is our next chapter. You should watch that next chapter, whatever we tell. And I hope you stick to it. Coming to, sir, this material. What about this material, sir? Is this material of yours? And by the way, I'm telling you, this is edition 22 material. This is edition 22 material, November 2022. Even if you're May 23 student getting it, any of you can use. Whether you're a November 2022 exams your target or May 23 examinations your target, anyone can follow this material. This is very much updated material. Sir, what you're going to give, how you're going to give this material? This material, we are going to split it into 3 parts, if you see. So this is part 1, and this is part 2, and this is part 3. So what are the chapters that come under part 1? Fundamentals of audit, nature, objective and scope of audit, company audit, audit report, and societies audit. These 5 chapters will come as part of segment 1, part 1. Whereas remaining all other chapters, what are they? Documentation and evidence, fraud and responsibilities, risk assessment, sampling, analytical procedures, strategy, and even audit in automated environment, they come under part number 2. Rest all other chapters, standards, audit of banks, government audit, different types of entities, and items of financial statements, they come under part 3. Just a minute. Just a minute. Let me clear whatever I scribbled once. Yes. Yeah. Fine. So that's the basic idea about the, how we are going to split. Now, if you check the index, see, first you must have command on what you're going to learn. Always. I strongly believe first you must know what you're going to get, how you're going to get, what is the process. In my CA final audit also, I do a similar task, not just for audit. In our SHRESTA, we have all 8 subjects of CA Inter. We do the same process in all 8 subjects if you check out. Fine. If you look at ICS study material, now the first question before, in fact, I go, sir, is this material of yours? The material which I'm using right here. Will this be enough, sir, from exam point of view? Like, let us call this as SHRESTA material, or you can also call it as Ramsar material, whatever. Let us call it as SHRESTA material for auditing. Is this material enough? Absolutely. Believe me, this time, edition 2022, I call this as edition 2022. This time, not even a single concept of ICA material is left. 100% is covered. And in fact, for your information, 17th chapter, audit of items of financial statements, we are directly going to read and learn from ICA study material. The 17th chapter, we are directly going to discuss from ICA study material. So why? This particular chapter has 14 marks weightage approximately, sometimes 8, maximum 14, exceptionally rare cases 18 marks question also may come. Totally for 14 to 18, but generally 12 to 14 is common. So we should not lose single mark. Okay, so we are going to read completely from ICA study material. Through this chapter, I wanted to make the student learn or teach how to read from ICA material indirectly. Now you may immediately get it out, sir. This is very important chapter, right? Why can't we discuss that at very first? No. Here you see the chapter name. What it is saying, audit of items of financial statements. First of all, you don't know what is meant by audit, because this audit classes are being purchased by CA Foundation students. There are some CA Foundation students. There are direct entry students. So I don't know whether you are really aware of audit or not. So that's why first we are having something called fundamentals chapter, which is not there in the ICS study material at all. So first we start a discussion with fundamentals of auditing, which is not there in ICA material. So I assume you have zero knowledge about audit. In our CA inter classes, we assume you're having zero knowledge about audit. And don't think that you are having very good knowledge of audit. After listening to our classes, as we are going further, you will realize one very big fact, that you do not have that much grip on audit earlier. But after listening to my class, I'm damn sure you're going to enjoy the subject in a completely different dimension. Believe in me. Next. So if you look at, so which means final conclusion, if you follow the material which I am giving, plus for 17th chapter, items of financial statements, okay, from study material of ICI, and plus MCQ booklet of ICI, if you are going to cover these three sources, my material fully, which will be roughly around 450 pages roughly, and the items of financial statements subject from ICI material, which will be around 100 pages, and MCQ material of ICI book. You know what? In this audit subject, we are also giving you MCQ videos. I will only explain MCQ videos, and strict instruction. Don't buy any other faculty MCQ booklet which is available outside. No other MCQ booklet, nothing can match the standard of ICI. If you want to write ICI MCQs, if you want to score 30 out of 30, first principle that you need to follow, be perfect in the material which I'm giving. Then items of financial statements chapter of ICI material is there. Become perfect in that. Then look at the video lectures which I am providing for MCQs of ICI material. Okay, I'm only giving that video lecture. I'm telling you, if you really understand entire this content, you are going to score 30 out of 30 in the objective paper for sure. Next, sir, can I target 70 plus in audit? Can I target 70 plus in audit? You can target, provided these are the conditions. One, you listened to my lectures completely at standard speed. If at all you're listening to the lectures at higher speed, I will not at all, give you any sort of assurance. I will give you reasonable assurance. If you listen to these classes at standard speed, don't increase the speed just because you have technology option, watching at higher speed. No, don't do that. Without skipping even a 5 minutes part of every video which I'm providing, without skipping even 5 minutes, if you watch every video fully and read this material one time thoroughly, and read items of financial statements once, listen to MCQ videos which I'm providing. You need not even read MCQ, just listen to the videos which I'm providing. And you know what? Some students is having doubts. Sir, are you going to provide any colored notes or fast track material or running notes or handwritten notes? Yes, I'm going to give you something called smart notes. It is under development. Smart notes is a colored notes. It's a colored notes where at CA Inter, the fast track material will be coming to around 150 pages. It might come 150 to 200 max, or 150 hardly. Now you may immediately say, sir, fast track material, you are saying 150 to 200 pages. If it is 200 pages, how come it's a fast track material? I don't compress 5 pages matter into a single page. I can, if you want, I can give you 30 pages material as well. But what will happen, I need to use small font. I need to compress entire sentences into one page. That is actually In my material, whatever matter covered in 10 pages, the same matter some authors are covering within 1 page. And they're saying 50 pages material. It's just a marketing trick. But I'm not doing that. If I say 200 pages, they are actually 200 pages in a neatly presented manner. Comfortably you can read. You need not use magnifier. There are many materials which are there in the market. 30 pages audit material is also there, where you need to buy magnifier. Yes. So you are going to get smart notes, you are going to get MCQ videos, you are going to get main material full explanation, you are going to get from ICS study material items of financial statements chapter explanation and MCQ videos explanation. And through smart notes I'm going to conduct revision class as well. Revision classes also I'm going to conduct. Free revision marathon I'm going to do on YouTube. Approximately some 18 to 20 hours I'll be doing on YouTube. So at one stop you're getting a perfect material. You're going to get perfect video classes for entire subject. You're going to get MCQ videos, you're going to get fast track material, you're going to get video fast track classes, revision classes, all together at one stop. That's it. So this is the output that you're going to get. And if you trust on this thoroughly, whatever instruction I tell you, most important, I repeatedly tell you, don't mind, watch the classes at standard speed. I don't know how many of you are watching this particular video at a higher speed. Please shut. Immediately stop that. That is not at all a correct way of learning. I'm telling you, you will not learn anything. Okay, do one thing. You just listen to that and ask, come to me, I'll ask you a question, you'll not answer. For sure. That's it. So now let's break the index once. If you look at first chapter that we are going to discuss is fundamentals of audit, which is not there in the ICS study material. And if you observe, 13th chapter is standards on auditing. If you look at main ICI study material, main material of ICI study material, you will not find standards chapters separately. You have pronouncement book. PRON means pronouncements book. Is it possible to read pronouncements? Is it possible to explain pronouncements? Not at all. If at all, I have to explain entire pronouncement book also, I need totally 300 hours. 300 hours for CA inter audit alone. Totally 300 to 400 hours it will take if I have to explain full pronouncements as well. Nobody will do that. And in fact, you will not get at CA inter level, you will not at all get from pronouncement. Even at CA final, there is a chance that a few questions may come. Not even few, 1 or 2 questions in every exam may come from pronouncement. There is a possibility. Even in the May 2022 recent examination in CA final, from one of the pronouncement, they asked a question. They asked a question on pronouncement. But that's okay. Okay, but at CA final, 1 or 2. But at CA inter, 99.99% no chance at all. If you follow the main ICS study material, remember, by using the main ICS study material only, this entire material has been prepared in the same standard by using same language. I did not, made it very simple. See, first of all, don't believe if somebody says that we are trying to give you a simplified thing. No. As a faculty, what I should do, I should come to your level and teach. Wrong. I should bring you to my level. That is my responsibility. It is not that I should reach your level. It is my responsibility to bring you to my level. Which one you're ready for? You must come to my level and I will pull you. Don't worry. I will not come towards you. I will pull you directly towards me. You are going to witness that gradually from the first chapter itself, from the first chapter, which is fundamentals of auditing. From that chapter itself, you're going to witness. So that's about the entire, the approach. So second chapter, we are discussing nature objective. So that is first chapter in ICA material. Then immediately we are discussing company audit. Then we will be discussing audit report. I know. You're not aware of all this. You're a CA foundation student or you're a direct entry student. Maybe you may be a repeater. We don't know. If at all you're a repeater, you might be having an idea of all these chapters. But if you're a fresher student, you may not be having idea. In this audit report, we are actually going to discuss something called standards. This audit report is nothing but completely standards related topic. We are going to discuss about 700 series. We are going to discuss 610, 570. There are some standards that are there which we are going to discuss at 4th chapter, audit report. If at all you're a fresher student, don't worry. Don't worry about all this. Sir, what is this audit subject? Audit itself, I don't know what is meant by that. What is standard on audit? That again, I don't know. Don't worry, I'll come to that later. Documentation and evidence. This is a separate chapter, the separate, essay 230 plus 500. And few contents of 330 is also there. Few concepts related to 330 is also there. Then fraud. This is actually a chapter taken from 240 standard. Risk assessment 315 standard. Audit sampling 530 standard. Audit analytical procedure 520. Audit program 300. In this itself, materiality 320 is also being discussed. Automated environment 315. You see, almost in our book, every chapter deals with various standards. Every chapter deals, in fact, first chapter, nature, objective and scope of audit and fundamentals of audit. These two together is dealing with 200, 210, 220 plus SQC. 4 standards are dealt in these 2 chapters itself. Like, you see, every chapter is nothing but we are discussing standards on audit. Someone asked me, sir, a repeated student asked me, sir, what is the weightage for standards in CA inter audit? I tell him 75 marks, not even 70. 90 marks weightage is for standards. 90 marks weightage is for standards. 10 marks from company audit chapter. Balance 20 marks approximately from items of financials, different types of entities altogether. Sir, 90 marks is standard. Why, sir? How, sir? My friends are saying only 15 marks. Wrong. Why? Every chapter, you see, nature, objective and scope, this is a standard. Fundamentals is nothing but taken from standards on audit. Audit report is taken from standards on audit. Documentation evidence, standards. Fraud is a standard. Risk assessment, standard. Audit sampling, analytical procedures, sampling, and strategy, automated environment and standards on audit. These all are whatever I have highlighted in color. They are completely taken from standards, pronouncement book itself. So now tell me, do you need to separately practice from the pronouncement again? Not required. So we are actually, our major syllabus, you see, out of 17, how many chapters were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Out of 17, 11 chapters are from pronouncement book only, standards only. So that's why we don't require to read pronouncement again. I hope you are getting little more clarity. Still I can understand there are some students from direct entry, there are some students from foundation who did not understand half the content of whatever I said because you are new to the subject. Don't worry. So I need to have a balanced approach, right? Because there are some repeaters who are watching this class, there are at the same time, newcomers. So that's about the overall view. And my disclaimer, reasonable skill, care, diligence has been taken while preparing this material. And if you follow this material, we provide reasonable assurance for your success in audit exam. For me, success in audit exam is not 40. For me, success in audit exam means 55 plus. Every student of mine should get 55 plus. And believe me, if you follow my lectures properly and the material which I am providing properly, if you thoroughly read once, don't read 3 times, 5 times. No, not required. Thoroughly read once after listening thoroughly the classes which I'm providing. And who has read my fast track materials, smart notes, and who listened to my revision lectures, and who listened to my MCQ materials thoroughly, I can guarantee you 70 plus easily. 70 plus. For the first time, now I'm doing recording auditing classes with an objective of making the student should get 70 plus. Why he will not get 70 plus? Let's try 70 plus target in audit. Last time I have a student who has got 75 once. There is another who has got 78. I even shared the screenshots on my community page YouTube. You can just scroll down. Almost 1 year ago it was posted. I'll just at least try to figure out and then once again repost it. This time I want at least 100 students. There are so many students who are studying audit with me. At least I want 100 students who will get 60 plus marks in audit. I want at least 50 plus students who will get 70 marks, more than 70 marks in audit. from my end, I will put all my efforts in the form of video lectures, in the form of guidance, in the form of motivation, whatever. And from your end, I want only one sincere promise. Make a promise to me. Okay, virtual promise. This is a virtual promise. Make a promise that you will listen to all my lectures at standard speed. Maybe you are a student of SHRESTA for other subjects also. Even if you are a student for other subjects, give me one more promise. All other subjects you will listen at standard speed. And I want one more promise that whenever you're watching any marathon revision on YouTube or any other faculty lecture or whoever, whatever institute, you will watch lectures at standard speed, because I want you to be efficient, productive. You know, productivity is not about finishing fast. Productivity is about finishing rightly. That's it. So this is about the basic introduction. You know, you have seen here, you know, the only inherent limitation is your preparation after attending our lectures. Okay, hope you will overcome those limitations by implementing proper controls such as listening at standard speed, thorough reading after coaching, and revising as per instructions given by Harsha, myself. So almost whatever you have to do, what you should not do, everything I clearly covered here. That's it. So this is what you're going to get from me. I hope you understood completely. A brief overview about what you're getting from the, you know, CA Inter Auditing Classes Edition 2022, which will be applicable for November exams 2022 and even May 2023. That's it. So this is the zero session for us. Fine, without any delay, let's start the first chapter. What is it? Fundamentals of audit. What is the first chapter? Fundamentals of auditing. Or else we'll do one thing. We'll do a small, you know, I'll stop the video here itself. This I'll upload in Google Drive or even in our Android app users, whoever is using. So I'll directly upload. In the next video, I'll start with fundamentals freshly. Okay, that's it. So come to the second chapter, that is nature, scope, and objective of the audit. And I hope you are clear with respect to the fundamentals, you know, various points that we have discussed. And I hope you are really confident of them. Now, if you look at the second chapter, we are having totally 4 parts. In the second chapter, we are discussing the entire content over 4 parts approximately. We'll just have a look at how many questions we are having. First of all, let's have a look at how many questions we have in the second chapter. Almost the third chapter, company audit, will start at 37, which means second chapter will end at 36. Okay, so last we are having correct or incorrect. Oh my God, approximately 25 questions we have. In second chapter, we are having approximately 25 questions. Okay. Now, if you observe this chapter, we are going to discuss it in 4 parts. So what are they? First, we are going to discuss certain audit concepts, certain audit related concepts. Then we are going to discuss, like, very simple, what is an audit? Where we verify financials. Like, in order to do audit, first of all, I must be appointed, right? So first of all, what? I must be appointed as an auditor. So what are the general aspects related to appointment? I'm not talking about legal aspects. Like, we have third chapter, right? Company audit. So there we are going to discuss about legal aspects related to appointment. That is, legal aspect means we will be discussing about law. Now, another one we are going to discuss is, there is an entire part which is dedicated exclusively to understand the concept of independence. Okay. And we have something called SQC, which is also called a standard on quality control. So, you know, depending upon the progress of, you know, like, depending upon the complications involved as we go further, we'll decide about whether SQC will be discussed as part of this chapter or not. Sir, what is SQC? All that. Don't worry. Ignore all that. Just I'm giving you a brief idea. If you're a first time listener, just ignore whatever I told. I'm just giving you a brief idea. Now, so the first one, what are they asking? Define the term audit. Actually, from here only, actually your book actually starts. Suppose if you look at ICE study material, your study material starts with this chapter logically. Then what we discussed in the past 3.5 hours, fundamentals. So that is something which ICA book do not contain, but which I feel as a student, you must first learn those technical terms, basic terms, and then you need to continue. So what are they asking? Define the term audit. And what are the points? Explain the points that an auditor has to satisfy himself before giving opinion. So they're again asking, before you give opinion, tell me first of all, opinions are of how many types? Either positive or negative. Like once again, if you recollect the story, there are lakhs of shareholders, there are lakhs of shareholders, there are few directors. Shareholders are the one who gave their entire money to the directors, and directors are the one who are managing the entire money. Now, after 1 year over, directors, did they refund the money? No. What they're doing, they're giving some two statements, balance sheet, P&L. This is what we did with your money. This is what directors are saying. Now, shareholders are having doubts. Okay, not everyone. Some of them are having doubts. Are we gave our money. They are sending us two statements, and they are saying this is what our money is like this. Like, how do I know whether directors are honest with this? So we sent an auditor. What is his duty? He will verify and come back. What we will tell the auditor, dear auditor, we gave our money to the directors. They sent us two documents after 1 year. Our money is still with them only. They are saying some profit and all, something, these are the numbers. Can you please go and verify whether these numbers are right or wrong? Simple. This is a question we asked. Please auditor, go and come back and tell, is this numbers, is this financial statements, are they right or are they wrong? That's it. So auditor either will say everything is right, positive opinion, or auditor will say something is wrong or everything is wrong. That's called as negative opinion. See, I am using the word positive opinion, negative opinion at this stage to make you understand better. There is actually a technical term, unmodified opinion, modified opinion, technical terms were there that I'll come back to later. Let us not discuss technically the subject until that particular stage we arrived. Learn structuredly. Now, so what is the definition of audit? I'm not reading because I have already covered the definition of audit in the fundamentals chapter. An audit is an independent examination of financial information of any entity, whether or not profit oriented, irrespective of its size or legal form, when such an examination is conducted with a view to express an opinion thereon. Right? Now if at all somebody asked you, what is the purpose of audit? That's what we told. Example we discussed collectively. In the previous chapter, if you recollect, what we discussed, why audit first of all? Very simple. Today we are consuming many food items safely, confidently, because that food item was certified by something called FSSAI authority. Today we are happily buying electronics and then using without any doubt about shock proof or all that, because there is something called certifying authority ISI. If an electronic item contains ISI mark, we assume that it is safe to use. We are happily, confidently buying gold jewelry when there is a Bismarck or 916 KDM mark, hallmark, we also call it as. Getting it? We are confidently buying without even testing, because that Bismarck certification will give me a belief that this is pure. Same way, what is the purpose of audit? When company is giving me financial statements, when a business organization is giving its financial statement, look, this is my business, this is what happened in my business, these are the sales, these are the expenses, this is the profit, these are the assets, these are the liabilities, this is the net worth. When business entities are giving their position and performance papers, are they right or not? Can I believe it or not? Auditor signature is a certification that I can believe them. Now, if auditor signature is there, I will believe them happily. I will confidently trust them. So the audit enhances, audit increases degree of confidence of users of financial statements because they are verified. How can I, see, just because auditor signature is there, do we believe? No. What does its signature indicates? It clearly indicates auditor has verified everything. He performed audit. He has done certain, verification of laws and regulations. So much he did in the back end. After that only he put his signature. After that only he gave his opinion, positive opinion. Only then we trusted. Now tell me, if somebody else verified this, do we trust Do we trust that? No. Only if he verified for their validity, for their accuracy, because he is a competent person, because he is an independent person. There are two aspects: competency, independence. Getting it? So only if an independent person give an opinion, we believe it. Yes or no? Suppose you want to go and buy a land, example. Only the landowner who want to sell the land, he is giving you, this land is so and so, this land is so and so, this is good, so much. Will you believe it? No. If some third party, somebody else, he tells you about that land, immediately you instantly believe. Yes or no? Suppose you went to a store, you want to buy some product article. If the customer selling agent, whatever he is trying to convince you, you may not convince. Suddenly another customer who is passing by, he told you that this is the best article. Immediately you will buy. Independent means some third party opinion is something always reliable. Now, company is there, I am there. Directors, we shareholders. I am first party, that second party. Who is auditor? Obviously third party. Because he do not have any interest. He do not have any ownership. He do not have any relationship in the company. Therefore, third party opinion is always reliable. Auditor is obviously a third party. Are you getting the point? So he is an independent person, third party, and moreover he is competent. How, sir? How he is competent? He is a chartered accountant. Accounting. He has a knowledge of taxation. He has knowledge of audit. He has knowledge of law. He has knowledge of business aspects. He has knowledge of geopolitical aspects. So many. Getting it? So because independent person, competent person verifies and certifies whether are they valid, whether are they accurate. So I will have more confidence on his particular thing. Are you getting it or not? Next. I'll come to the points to be considered later. Now tell me how an auditor opinion I should consider. Implications. Actually, this point is not there in the material also, but I intentionally added to make you understand opinion concept properly. Suppose, now once again, there are lakhs of shareholders who gave money to directors. Okay, who gave money to directors. So they gave money to directors. Directors are the one who are doing business. These are all lakhs of shareholders. In return, what directors have given? Two statements have given: balance sheet and P&L. Yes or no? Just a minute. Now all these shareholders are having query whether this balance sheet, P&L, they took so much money from us. They gave two documents and they are saying money is like this. So is it trustworthy or not? So what we did, we sent some auditor to the company. He verified everything. Getting it? And he finally came back and told you, dear shareholders, you got the documents right? They are true and fair. They are true and fair. They are reliable. They are trustworthy. That's what he said. Nothing but auditor gave a positive opinion. Nothing but auditor gave a positive opinion. Now a very interesting question. Answer in your mind. Getting it? Answer it to yourself. Think and answer. Don't hurry up or don't get tempted. Now auditor came back and told you a positive opinion. Yes or no? He gave everything is reliable. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? My answers, my options, I'll give two options. Option A, option B. Okay. The numbers that are shown in profit and loss account and balance sheet, nothing but financial statements, they are correct. They are correct. Option B. How auditor gave positive opinion actually. How we should consider, how we should interpret. That's what I'm asking. He came and gave positive opinion. Simple. How should I interpret? Option 1. I will interpret it as the numbers are correct. Second interpretation, second option. Company is performing excellently. Company is having wonderful future. Wonderful future. So option A. Auditor gave positive opinion. How should we interpret? The numbers in the balance sheet P&L which you got, they are reliable. They are correct only. Don't worry. Option B. Positive opinion means company is having wonderful future, company is having super performance, company is excellent, it will grow like anything. How will you interpret? Option B is wrong. Which is right? Option A is right. How, sir? 99% of the cases, I think some of you might have thought option A is right. Some students, very few number of students might think B is right. B is absolutely wrong answer. Tell me why we sent auditor to the company. Array, I gave money. Directors gave some two documents. This is what my money is. What they did with my money? They invested in fixed assets. They invested in current assets. They generated so many sales. And these are the expenses. This is a profit. This is what my money is. Like that balance sheet and P&L he sent me. Now, what is my problem? Array, okay, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Now, these numbers, really company got 100 crore profit? Or maybe the profit and loss account is having loss. The profit and loss account is actually having loss. Company director send you balance sheet P&L, dear shareholder, sorry, we took your money. This year we got loss, but believe us, next year we will perform better. But in the statement of P&L, which is sent to you, it contains 100 crore loss. Your doubt is, really company got 100 crore loss? Maybe the loss is 200 crore. Or maybe there is no loss at all. Or maybe the loss is 50 crore. Directors are manipulating the loss. They are keeping money in their own pocket. Who knows? So I sent auditor, dear auditor, see our position. We gave money, 100 crore loss is there. You go and check, tell, is this real loss or not? He went and came back, hey shareholder, the loss is correct, it is reliable. Which means auditor will go to the company and come back and tell you what? The numbers, the balance sheet, the P&L, whatever you got, is it correct or incorrect? That's it. Now this balance sheet P&L may have profit, may have loss. The company performance is excellent or worst. The company position is superb or maybe worst. We don't know, whatever it is. If the company performance is worst, balance sheet P&L also showing exactly the same, then auditor will give positive opinion. Correct? Suppose if the company is actually having so many losses, but in the profit and loss account, they showed super profits to attract investors, to attract your money. They showed super profits. Now auditor went and verified and came back. What should he tell? Dear shareholder, don't believe them. They are unreliable. They are fake. They are fraudulent. Correct or not? Now tell me, will auditor opinion, is it guaranteeing anything about the future of the company? No, sir. Auditor only talks about the numbers, which is a result of past transactions and events. Tell me financial statement definition. Historical representation of a structured representation of historical financial information. Yes or no? So auditor went and verified that old data, books of accounts, transactions, events, and that final result only trial balance, that result only balance sheet P&L, and he came back and told it is correct or incorrect. That's it. Is there anything that auditor saying about future of the company? No. So auditor's opinion does not guarantee, does not deal regarding future viability of the organization. Remember, entity or concern or establishment or organization or firm, getting it, or establishment, whatever. These are all meaning, enterprise, these are all synonymous. So auditor's opinion do not guarantee anything about the future. Further, is auditor talking about when auditor came back and told shareholder company is actually having loss and P&L account also shows loss only, that number is correct? That's what he said. Positive opinion is it. Does it mean management is performing wonderfully? Does it mean directors are excellent, intelligent, brilliant? No. So auditor opinion does not guarantee future viability, does not guarantee efficiency and effectiveness of management, does not guarantee efficiency and effectiveness of management. Now, here one reading technique I will tell you, very important reading technique. See, when there is a point like this and below that there are two subpoints, how you should read, you should read this one together. The auditor's opinion does not guarantee regarding future viability of the entity. Then how you should read? You should read again this and this together. Getting it? First line you should read. First line you should read. The auditor opinion does not guarantee regarding immediately efficiency and effectiveness of the management. So when there is a main point below sub point, read both together. Then only you get the proper meaning. Many students, what they do, auditor opinion does not guarantee regarding future viability of the entity. Over, understood. Efficiency and effectiveness of management. Sir, I am not understanding. Only sentence I understood. Concept you are not understanding. If you read this point, if you read this and this together, it's a sub point, no? See, colon is there. So that main line below sub point you should read together always. Suppose if C point is there, then main line and C point you should read together. Simple. I hope you understood what I'm trying to tell here. Next. So, sir, then what audit exactly? You are saying it is not talking about future. You are saying it is not talking about company directors, board of directors, management performance. Then what audit, sir? It is nothing but just an opinion. It is just an opinion. Whether the numbers are right, whether the numbers are wrong. It is just an opinion on what? Past financial data. Whether they are reliable or not. Simple. We shareholders sent auditor to just come back and tell are they right or they wrong. That's it. That's about implications of the audit opinion. I hope you understand. Just a minute. That's it. Next. Okay, sir. I understand. What is audit understood? Purpose also I understood. How audit opinion shall be interpreted also I understood. Now tell me, sir, can you please tell me, before he gave any opinion, you said he will go and verify, come back and say, is it right or is it wrong? That's what you're saying. And you also told that it is only about past data. It is not dealing with the future very much. Now you said that auditor will go verify something and come back and tell, sir. What he will verify, sir? Before he come back and tell us, before he give opinion, what points, what things he will verify? Tell me, very simple. Tell me, like, see, don't look at whether this question is important from exam point of view like that. No, stop, come out of that kind of rote 10 kind of old method of learning. Learn everything properly. You see, believe me, by the time we finish all the lectures in audit, you will look at exam as a very simple thing. You will look at exam as a very simple task. You don't feel difficult at all. Believe me. Now, so there is a balance sheet. Yes or no? Okay. And there is a profit and loss account. Profit and loss account will have some sales. Profit and loss account will have some other income. It will have purchases. It will have some expenses. And finally, it will have some profit or loss. Getting it? So this is the P&L. I'm just using traditional format, fixed assets. How it will be there? Some 100 crore minus accumulated depreciation 50. Then you'll have 50. Then inventory. Cost is some 10. NRV is some 8. So example 8. Okay, and cash and cash equivalents approximately some 12. So total in balance sheet is 70. Equity, some capital is some 20. Owner's capital is 20. And remaining liabilities are some 50. So this is the balance sheet and this is the P&L. Now tell me, this is the company balance sheet P&L. This is the organization. I am a shareholder. Getting it? They gave me balance sheet P&L like this. Look, audit is a subject which is there in every aspect. Partnership firm can go their books of accounts audit. A company can get its books of account audit. Audit is something anyone can get audit. But your information, should I tell you, audit can be in any field. Don't think audit means only financial audit. Financial audit is one type of audit. Audit means what? Verification. Of what? In financial audit, verification of financial information. There is something called environment audit. You know that? Where the government or somebody else, they come and do environmental audit. How the environment is. Getting it? There is something called energy audit. Energy means what? How a particular organization is consuming power. Getting it? Energy audit, we call it as. There is something called system audit. Whether your computer, whether your mobile, is it correct? Is it working fine? Is it working properly? Confidentiality, everything maintained? That is called systems audit. Right now I can't speak about systems audit. I'll talk about in automated environment chapter. We have a chapter called audit in automated environment. There I'll talk about. So audit means verification. Financial audit means audit of financial. Now we are discussing this entire subject in which context? Financial audit context. Understand? Financial information means, especially main objective of financial information is what? Financial statements. Which financial statements? We are discussing this entire subject. I told you in the previous chapter. General purpose financial statements. Now that's it. So this is a balance sheet. Now tell me, what are all I should verify? This balance sheet is given to me. My money, 20 crores they took. And this is what the picture of the company. So they gave me this balance sheet. Hey, your 20 crore is like this. What is my question? Is this numbers correct or not? See, company has purchased 100 crore fixed assets and they are saying 50 crore is already depreciated. So I want to know whether this depreciation is correctly calculated or not. Not only that, I want to know, is really fixed assets 100 crore worth of asset they purchased? Really 100 crore worth of asset they purchased? I want to see whether this really expenditure or not. I also want to see inventory 8 crores they are showing. NRV is 8 crores, cost is 10. I want to really see whether this 8 crore valuation, how 8 crore, NRV how 8 crore, realizable. NRV means what? Net realizable value. What is net realizable value? Expected selling price. Whatever stock is there, if you sell it, how much you will get it? Expected selling price minus expected expenses for selling. Nothing but expected selling expenses. So the difference is called as NRV. Sir, once again, can you tell about NRV? You will understand that in accounting standard 2, that is in group 1 or group 2, somewhere you have this accounting standard, there you will understand. Okay. So whether this calculation correct or not, sir, where this is set, sir, inventory shall be valued at cost or NRV, whichever is lower. Where it is set, sir, it is told in accounting standard. So indirectly you are checking accounting standard. You need to check this. You need to check whether these total figures are correct. You need to check borrowings, liabilities. Are they fully accounted? Company actually has 60 crore borrowing. 10 crores they are not accounting here. Actually, company is having 10 crore big loss. They are hiding it. So whether complete liability is accounted, do we have a doubt or not? So we need to check. Whether assets are accounted completely. We need to check whether liabilities are accounted by the company completely. We need to check whether depreciation is calculated correctly. We need to check NRV calculated correctly. You know, you might have heard in CA Foundation or somewhere, depreciation is an accounting estimate. Yes or no? Depreciation is an accounting estimate. This accounting estimate, I need to check whether it is reasonable or not. Accounting estimate, I need to check whether it is reasonable or not. Sir, what do you mean by reasonable accounting estimate? Tell me, simple. Suppose, let us assume, actually, to teach you, I need to use something called lights. I have something called, like in my direction. Getting it? I'm sitting here. So there are something called lights. Now these lights are called as actually soft box lights. Soft box lights. This soft box lights, approximately I purchased it for somewhere around 15,000. Let us assume. Okay, yeah, it is around 15,000. Suppose mine is a very big professional studio. Very big professional studio. I'm a very big YouTuber. Let us assume. Not just CA classes. I do take some movies like that. In that case, these lights cost alone will go up to some 15 lakhs also. Now tell me, do you think these lights, whatever I'm purchasing, do they have unlimited lifetime, infinite? No. These lights will work for certain number of hours. These lights will work for certain number of hours. Yes or no? Yeah. Now, how many hours, sir? These lights, 15 lakhs is the cost. How many hours it will work, sir? These lights will work for approximately 10,000 hours. These lights will work for 10,000. After 10,000 hours, I don't have any other option. I have to replace. Okay. Sir, every day, how many hours you will use, sir? Every day I'll be using approximately, let us assume 3 hours. Monthly, how many days, sir? 25. Which means 75. How many months, sir? 12. How much is this? Approximately 300. Let us assume every day I'll use 10 hours. So monthly 250 hours. In a year, let us assume 2 months I will not use, 10 months. 2,500 hours in a year I will use. Every year how many hours I will use? 2,500 hours I will use. Now 10,000 hours divided by 2,500 hours every year if I am using, how many years for me this lights will work? 4 years. How many years this light will work? 4 years. Which means if I follow SLM method of depreciation, 15 lakhs rupees worth of asset, I should depreciate for how many years? 4 years. Which means every year depreciation is how much? 3.75 lakh. Correct? But I opened company balance sheet. The lights, they showed 15 lakhs original cost, correct? Super. What is the life? 4 years. What is the life? 4 years. But 2 years already over. Every year, how much depreciation? 3,75,000. As per our logical calculation, how much is the depreciation? 3,75,000. Now, right now, 2 years already over. Nah. How much depreciation company should calculate? Totally 7,50,000 accumulated. Balance net WDV is almost 7,50,000. This should be the picture, correct? But in reality, if I open the books of accounts and the balance sheet, no, what it showed, balance sheet showed approximately 10 lakh. Closing figure they showed 10, which means how much depreciation they calculated? 5 lakhs. Sir, I went and asked management, sir, how come 10 years? Sir, manufacturer said it will be useful for 6 years. The lights will come for 6 years, he said. So company took 15 lakhs divided by 6, approximately 3 lakhs per annum. Getting it? Or 2.5 lakh per annum. 2.5 lakh per annum. So for 2 years they calculated 5 lakhs depreciation. That's what management told. But manufacturer also told one more point, 6 years or 10,000 hours, whichever is earlier he told. Which means if at all you are using 10,000 hours of this light within 4 years, what is the life? 4 years only. Can you take 6 years just like whatever manufacturer told? Suppose example, you are purchasing a mobile 1 year warranty. Does it mean life of the mobile is 1 year? No. So how many years we should depreciate? For how many years? It depends upon your usage pattern. In foundation or direct entry degree or somewhere you might have learned. One of the criteria for calculating depreciation is usage pattern. How I am using it? For some people, these lights may come only for 2 years. For some, maybe 1 year. For somebody, 7 years, 8 years. So how many years we should take? It depends upon our usage pattern. I asked management, daily how many hours you will use? They told me all this calculation. Sir, every day we will use 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, sir. Or 10 hours we will use, sir, every day. Monthly, how many days, sir? Working days, 25, 250. In a year, how many months you will work, sir? 10 months, 2 months holidays. So 2,500 hours you are using, sir, every year. 10,000 is the maximum life. How many years for you will get? 4. Then management real, okay, yes sir, correct. 4 years only for us it will work, not 6 years. Now management chosen how much accounting estimate? Tell me how much management choose an accounting estimate life of an asset? 6 years. What is actual life of asset? 4 years. Like this I will check for all fixed assets. What life management used? What is correct? Suppose for me also if the answer is 6, I don't have any problem. So now tell me, what are you checking here? You are checking accounting estimate. You are checking an accounting estimate. Sir, what is accounting estimate? What is accounting policy? What is accounting principle? All that you will understand in accounts chapter, accounts subject. Accounts subject, if you open, like if at all you are our student, already our Satyaraju sir have told fundamentals of accounting where he explains everything. And I hope you already know this. So auditor has to verify accounting estimate. Auditor has to verify accounting policy. Auditor has to verify accounting standards. Why he has to verify? Whether the organization where I am doing audit, are they following this? Auditor has to verify whether organization is following applicable financial reporting framework. Yes or no? Suppose when I am doing audit of bank, I should see balance sheet P&L shall be prepared in which format? Bank format. Insurance company I am doing audit. I should see whether balance sheet and P&L of insurance company, are they following with, are they as per insurance law? I am doing audit of company. I need to check whether balance sheet and P&L is it as per Companies Act. I am doing audit of a sole proprietor individual. I should see whether balance sheet and P&L are they as per generally accepted accounting principles. That's it. So before you give opinion, Mr. Auditor, before you say right or wrong, first verify. Can I say whether balance sheet and P&L are they right or are they wrong? Can I say without verifying anything? Example, suppose company debited, company profit and loss account, you see purchases some 10,000 crore they showed. How will I verify whether it is 10,000 crore really or not? Can I say 10,000 crore, this company is good company, honest company, 10,000 crore correct? Can I say like that? What should I tell? Is this 10,000 crore correct or not? How should I tell? Go and verify. Sir, 10,000 crore. Tell me what is the breakup. April month, how much sale? May month, how much sale? June month, how much sale? March month, how much sale? Okay. April month, you said 1,000 crore sale. Okay. April 1st, how much sale? April 2nd, how much sale? April 3rd, how much sale? On April 1st, they sold to 10 invoices. Invoice number 1, what is the sale value? Invoice number 2, what is the sale value? Invoice number 3, what is the sale value? Invoice number 4, what is the sale value? Will you check it or not? Maybe 100% you may not check it. But randomly, sample you need to check, yes or no. 100% is not possible. Time. 100% checking is not possible. But we will check only sample. Sir, you may again have a doubt. Sir, if I only check sample, how can I say it is 100% right or 100% wrong? I am not asking you, is it 100% right? Is it 100% wrong? I am not asking you. I am asking you, reasonably, based on sampling verification, are they right? Are they reliable? Reasonably, auditor has to say his opinion reasonably. Reasonable opinion is enough. Absolute opinion is not required. Absolute opinion is not required. Only reasonable opinion is enough. Actually, my diction is different, no? In my general videos in YouTube, my diction is completely different from in class. When I'm taking class, I don't know. So what happens, I also don't know. Completely a different personality will enter. I feel student don't know anything. I teach right from the basic. I hope you are getting it. You are liking it. Believe me, slowly I'll increase little bit speed. Okay. I will not come to your level. I will pull you to my level slowly. Believe me. Okay. Fine. So, invoice number 1, I'll check. Invoice number 2, I will check. Sir, what are these invoices for purchases? 10,000 crore is there. What is proof? What is the proof that purchase 10,000 crore? Bill. Organization purchased goods, at that time they would have got bill. They paid GST also. They paid money also. Check, amount paid, proof will be there. Third party, seller gave bill, bill will be there. What are these items are called as? Supporting documents. What are they called as? Supporting document. Getting it? Example, just a minute. I purchased something and this is the supporting document. This is the supporting document. If I purchase this, actually a bill of some particular electronic item. Maybe in this, because of the lighting effect, what content inside this is not visible. Have you understood or not? So there are so many things which you need to verify before you give opinion. Just like that, you can't give opinion. Everything is right. You can't. Example, another example, layman example, I'll tell you. Suppose, this is a mobile example. This is Samsung something called S22 Ultra. Getting it? I use 2 phones actually. This is iPhone. Getting it? Now tell me, okay, keeping it aside, this phone, right now you should tell me right now, what is your opinion on this phone? What is your opinion on the performance of this phone? Can you give opinion? Sir, it's a very good phone, sir. It has so and so system. It works so and so smooth. Can you give us your opinion exactly? Can't. Why? Sir, I didn't verify, no. I didn't verify that phone. Getting it? So, if you give me time, I will go tomorrow to some shop nearby where a demo is available. I will operate, I will check everything and then come back and tell you. This is what you will tell me, yes or no. Correct? Without verifying the phone, can you give me your opinion on the phone? Without verifying a bike, can you give your opinion on a bike? Without watching a movie, can you give your opinion on a movie? Without verifying financial information, how can you give opinion on the financial statement? Exact logic. So, look at what are the points. Now, tell me, in order to verify this phone, in order to give opinion on this phone, what information you look for? What is the display refresh rate? What is the body made up of? What is the processor speed? What is the internal memory? What is the storage? What is the RAM speed? So many aspects were there. Yes or no? There are so many things that you consider. Same way, balance sheet P&L, company directors gave you. Whether are they right or not? What you need to check? Balance, financial statements, how they were prepared. Financial statement consists of what elements? Amount, classification, presentation, disclosure. How these amounts have come? Some of them are estimates, some of them are actuals. Yes or no? Classification, some of them are judgmental, management assumptions, some of them are as per accounting standard. Oh, you see here. So the auditor shall verify that verify that what auditor has to verify, what points he should consider, what points he should ensure. He should verify and ensure that financial statements shall not mislead anybody. They should not mislead anyone by checking the following. What are they? The information, whatever is given in the financial statement, it is exactly conformity with books of accounts. First and foremost thing, what you should check, balance sheet P&L, is it matching with the trial balance? First of all, trial balance is what? Nothing but end result of ledger accounts, nothing but books of accounts. Yes or no? So first and foremost, auditor has to check balance sheet and books. Are they matching first of all? Then I will come to books of accounts. First, books of accounts and balance sheet matching? Matching, sir. Now I will come and check books of accounts, purchase, day one, how much, invoice, how much, who supplied, who sold, amount paid when, all that I will check later. Then, okay, first I will cross verify with the overall books, trial balance. Then I will see each and every journal entry. Day 1, April 1st, purchases from X Limited. Goods purchased on credit, something, journal entry. Are they supported by sufficient and appropriate evidence? You said purchases. From whom you purchased? I purchased from ABC. Where is the bill? Where is the, when you paid amount? Credit, where is the confirmation? That is called supporting. So first you check books, then you check supporting evidence. Then you will say, you will check whether are the all purchases accounted. Purchase register shows 1000 entries, 1000 purchases. Why trial balance shows only 990 purchases total? See whether are there any omissions. See whether are there any duplications. What do you mean by duplication? Twice? No. Duplication means multiple times. Duplication means not twice. Duplication means multiple times. Many think that duplication means 2 times. No. If one transaction I accounted, suppose I purchased goods worth of 10,000 rupees. I purchased goods worth of 10 lakh rupees, let's assume, on April 1st. I accounted 4 times. Same transaction I recorded in my books of accounts as 4 times purchases. This is called duplication. More than once is duplication. Not necessarily 2 times. Now, so whether are there any omissions? Are there any duplications? Are there any bogus entries, fictitious entries? Getting it? So check out, how do you check fictitious entry? How do you check bogus entry? Suppose you went for audit. Organization is maintaining books of accounts in Tally or SAP or some other software or QuickBooks. There is something which is popular right now is QuickBooks. It's an online software. It's an online software. Getting it? So what is QuickBook like? Okay, they purchased in the QuickBook or whatever accounting software, in the purchase register, April 2nd, purchases made from Reliance Industries Limited. Below, okay, purchase of some crude oil or purchase of from some diesel or petroleum, something. 10 lakhs. I asked them, okay, you purchased on 2nd April 10 lakhs. Where is the bill? I asked. He gave me the bill. Let us assume. When I saw the bill, it is not looking like original bill. Something suspicious. Getting it? I investigated. Is it really purchased or not? I went to that particular station, Reliance particular, office. I inquired, this is my organization purchased like this. In your records, tell me, is it really purchased? They said, no, there is no such buyer on the data. I came back and asked seller, my client, my company, where I am the auditor. Hey, I got confirmation externally from third party that you didn't purchase this. What is your answer? Then he came out and told, sir, this is a dummy entry, sir. Please, sir, kindly excuse. Because of my family problems, I need to do a fraud like this. Don't tell to board of directors. Don't tell to somebody. So the accountant of the company or somebody, manager of the company, did this kind of fraud. This is called fictitious entry. Fictitious entry means an accounting entry or a transaction which do not actually exist. Which do not actually exist. So that is called as fictitious entry. Have you understood? So tell me, financial statements, you need to give opinion of financial statements. Can they contain fictitious entries or they should not, sir? Which one is right? They should not contain. When financial statement do not contain fictitious, when you will, then they are right or they're wrong? Right. Not only that, the financial information, whatever the financial statements, whatever information financial statements contains, it must be clear, it must be unambiguous, something similar to sprite ad. Okay, be clear, without any sort of unambiguity. That actually is sprite ad. Okay, so financial statements must convey whatever information they are conveying in a clear manner. See, like giving half information is much more riskier, is much more confusing than giving no information. Some companies, they give some information which is half, which is not actually full. Because of that unnecessary stress to the shareholder. Getting it? So whenever you're giving some information about the company, company profile, company data, or some breakup, you need to give it crystal clear without any confusion. Whatever you're giving information, it should not bring any confusion. Actually, this point is not a big deal. Next, whatever amount in the balance sheet is there, whatever classification that you are using, suppose I purchased a plant and machinery. What is the classification? Fixed asset. I purchased land where I am looking for value appreciation. Is it fixed asset? No, it's investment property. When I purchase any immovable property for wealth creation, wealth appreciation, it's an investment property. It is not PPE, it is not fixed asset. Suppose company purchased some land, they classified under fixed asset, PPE. It's wrong classification. That's not correct classification. And check how the presentation, I told you in the previous lecture, fundamentals chapter, I told you, presentation, debtors, provision, how should we present provision for bad and doubtful debts? Provision must be presented on the liability side. Wrong. Provision must be presented on the asset side as a reduction from gross debtors. Getting it? Now, so disclosure, see, when depreciation is provided, what method depreciation we used, what is the life of the asset, what is the residual value, what are all the other details related to the asset, we need to give some disclosure. See whether that information is given in the notes to accounts or not. Look, this is only a beginning chapter. Fundamentals I already told. This is nature, objective, and scope of audit. This is the second chapter. We are still at the beginning of the audit. It will take little time for you. It will take little time for me also to bring slowly to the reporting level. Next, and see whether they are in conformity with the accounting standards. So I need to check whether all the balance sheet. I told you in this lecture itself, accounting standard we need to check. Applicable financial reporting framework also we need to check. See here, accounting standard is nothing but applicable financial reporting framework. And see whether financial statements as a whole are they true and fair regarding operating results, regarding assets and liabilities, nothing but P&L account and balance sheet. So they have given example here. What points you will consider, how it will impact. You see here, we have given an example. This question is over, simple. What are the points to be considered? 6 points were given. No, any 4 points you need to write from exam point of view. What are they? See whether balance sheet, P&L, are they matching with books? See whether each and every journal entry in the book is having supporting document. Third one, you need to check whether are there any omissions, duplications, or fictitious entries. Then you need to check, are information whatever financial statements talking about, are they clear? Are they crisp? Are they unambiguous? And then you need to check whether each and every amount, each and every classification, each and every presentation, disclosure, whatever they're doing, are they as per accounting standard? Are they as per applicable framework? Are they as per law and regulation? Check it out. Finally, overall, are they true and fair? Profit or loss, whatever picture is shown, is it right? Assets and liabilities, whatever they're shown, are they right? Are they true and fair? What is the difference between true and fair? I told in the previous chapter itself, fundamentals chapter. I hope you're able to recollect. Almost 45 minutes we only spent on one question. Okay, no problem. Example you see here. Initially, it will take time, no problem. While auditing books of accounts of Talented Efficient Limited for the year 2021, the auditor observed that repairs and maintenance expenses of 1,30,000 rupees and fuel expenses of 2,92,000 were not recorded. Not recorded means what? Omission. It's actually a omission, not recorded. However, they were appearing in the financial statements, okay, in the above company. Oh my God, they were not recorded in books, but they were recorded in financial statements. We'll see. After the observation, the auditor came to conclusion that financial statements are not presenting true and fair view. So what he said, hey, what is this point, where this point is matching? Because financials are not matching with the books of accounts. Books of accounts is not containing this one. Financials are containing this expense. Which is right? Books of accounts is not containing, financials is containing. Is it fictitious item? Or it is actually an expenditure but not accounted in financials but accounted in. So not accounted in books but accounted in financials. Which is right? So I will say, because financials are not matching with books of accounts, it is not true and fair. Now you may get it out, sir. In real case, suppose this is a real case. In real case, if this is the situation comes, what you will do, sir? Will you say not true and fair and then go? No, no, no. I will tell management first. Hey, management, books of accounts do not contain expenditure of 3 lakhs. But balance sheet and P&L contains that 3 lakhs. What is right? Management told, sir, balance sheet is P&L is right only, sir. In books only we did not record. Sorry. They showed proof everything. They recorded in books finally. Okay, finally you recorded. Financial statements is matching with books. Remember, just like that they can't record. It should be true. Only if it is true transaction they should record. They recorded. Are you getting it or not? So they recorded. So now I verified everything. I felt everything is true and fair. Finally, I'll give positive opinion. If at all, tell me, I found this mistake. Management did not rectify. Management said, the auditor, we will not rectify. We will, as it is, balance sheet P&L, we will issue to public. Who are you to stop us? We will issue as it is. Okay, you will issue without modification. I will do one thing. I will give audit report. In that, I will say, don't believe. I can't do anything. If management is doing mistake in the balance sheet P&L, I can't stop them. But what I can do, I will give a negative opinion. Simple. What is my duty? To give opinion. If you have any problem with the company, what you have to do? You have a report, no audit report, your weapon. In that you mention. That's it. Sir, how should we mention? What is the format of audit report? All that we will discuss in the 4th chapter. That is called audit report. This is 2nd chapter, nature, objective and scope. Immediately we will start with company audit. Then we will discuss audit report chapter. So with this, the first question is completely done. Are you clear or not? Just a minute. Yes. So with this, almost we have completed the first question. Now let's look at the second question. This question itself can be asked as this way also. Explain clearly the meaning of audit. How would you as an auditor perform the audit? In this way also they may ask you a question. So this is there in the study material, test your knowledge question. What you need to write? First write the definition. Then we have seen points to be considered before expressing opinion. From that, any 4 points you can write. This question can be asked as a 4 marks question. I hope you're clear. Now, next we'll discuss one more small question. Another 10 minutes hardly. Then we'll close this session. Now, write about objective of an auditor. If you recollect the definition of audit, last line, with a view to express an opinion thereon. Correct? What is the objective of audit? An audit is an examination, independent examination of financial information of any entity, profit oriented or not, irrespective of size, legal form, when this entire verification is conducted with a view to give opinion. Ultimate objective of auditor is what? Auditor objective is to report on the financial statements. What do we report? We report our opinion. What is our opinion? We may either find positive, we may either give positive opinion, we may either give negative opinion. Just some time back, I told when I'm explaining audit implications, I told about explaining audit implication. What is audit opinion? How we should interpret? What is the purpose of audit? Yes or no? So here if you check, the overall objectives of the auditor are, sir, first thing you didn't tell, sir. As per SA 200, sir, what is meant by standard on audit? We are in the first chapter, but let me give a brief idea. See, every company shall prepare balance sheet P&L, correct? How they should prepare? Will they prepare in whatever the way they want to prepare? No, they will follow some rule. They will follow some regulation. That's what I told you. Applicable financial reporting framework. Example, accounting standards. So a company will prepare financial statements as per accounting standards. Okay. Tell me, a jewelry maker is selling jewelry, gold jewelry. Now he is putting Bismarck, hallmark and all. When he will put some Bismarck or hallmark on a particular jewelry, when the jewelry is manufactured as per the specifications of the law or rule or regulation, then only that mark will be applied. Correct? Same way, how auditor will do audit? He will also do audit as per some rules and regulations. We also follow some rules, ethics, procedures, policies, rules, regulations, and those rules and regulations are called as auditing standards, which is also called as standards on audit. We are having totally 35 standards on audit. At a CA Inter, we only have some 29 standards or 27 standards we have. Some 9 standards we do not have. Totally 35 standards we have, auditing standards. In CA Into, we are only having 27 standards. 9 standards we do not have. There is another standard called SQC, Standard on Quality Control. At the beginning of this lecture, I clearly told you part 4 is quality control. I'll talk about that later slowly. Just now only we are introducing into the subject. Fundamentals I told, applicable framework means what, general purpose framework means what, special purpose framework means what, fair presentation, compliance framework, applicable financial reporting framework. So much we discussed in the past 3.5 hours, fundamentals chapter. So now only we are discussing slowly one by one new term. Now, so we have something called standards. How we do audit? We do as per standards. How company prepare accounts? They prepare as per accounting standard. Are you getting it? Now, so as per one of the standard, this 200 is number. Standard will have a number. Suppose you see Companies Act, you see Contract Act, it will have section numbers. No, same way auditing standards also will have some number. Getting it? Now, so what is the overall objective of audit? The overall objective of audit is to obtain reasonable assurance whether the financial statements as a whole are free from material misstatements, whether due to fraud or error, thereby enabling the auditor to express an opinion whether the financial statements are prepared in all material respects in accordance with applicable framework. You see, so much big lengthy definition. So much. So what are they saying simply? This object will also be discussed in fundamentals if you recollect. If you recollect fundamentals, we clearly discuss this objective. See here. What is the objective of the auditor? We clearly discuss here. Whether they are free from misstatement, whether they are as per applicable framework, that is only given. Okay. So if you check. So get reasonable assurance. Sir, what is reasonable assurance? I will discuss about reasonable assurance in our subsequent question. We have a question called inherent limitations of audit. We have a question called inherent limitations of audit. There I will explain you what do you mean by reasonable assurance. Reasonable assurance have two words. One is reasonable, another one assurance. You know, our subject is actually auditing and assurance. Correct? But do you know audit itself is an assurance? What is an audit? We are giving, by giving our opinion, people are believing on the balance sheet P&L, correct or not? I will go and verify balance sheet P&L, I will certify. Because of the certification, what is happening? Shareholders, traders, stock market, analysts, these people are what they are doing? They are trusting on the numbers. Indirectly, are we giving them confidence? Purpose of what? A degree of confidence. Just now I spoke. The audit will enhance us, degree of confidence. Confidence increase means what? Am I giving assurance or not? Assurance means what? Giving them confidence. So auditor will give some assurance. What assurance he'll give? In what context he will give? Whether the financial statements, dear shareholder, you got some 2 documents, right? Are they free from mistakes? Are they right or wrong? And are they prepared as per applicable financial reporting framework? By the way, in financial statements, when I'm discussing misstatement definition, in the previous session of fundamentals chapter, last session, misstatement definition I told you, misstatement can be due to fraud, intentional, or misstatement can be unintentional. Regarding fraud, regarding error, more in depth we will discuss in a separate chapter called fraud. So this entire objective we already covered. Then finally, after you got reasonable assurance, after you verify everything, what you need to do ultimately? What is your objective? Give report. What you will give in that report? Opinion. That's it. So auditor will give a report as per SA based on your findings. Whatever you found, that you will give report. Now, example. So what is SA 200? The heading we have given here clearly. The heading of the standard we have given. That is not relevant from exam point of view. Now, example you see. So with this example, we will close this session. While auditing the books of accounts, okay, of a particular, of some different and capable company, whatever, Mr. Z, the auditor, okay, explained to a new audit team about the objectives for which audit of a company is conducted. Tomorrow you went and joined for articleship in a firm. Okay, so you don't know anything about audit. You only listened in the class. You don't know how practically audit works. But remember, in my class, it is not so. In my class, you will understand how practically audit works also. So while going through the financial statements, audit team means articles observed there were many errors in the expenses account which were material. There are big errors. Also, Companies Act were not complied. Some law and regulations also not complied. When audit team discussed the matters with me, auditor, okay, he came to conclusion, that auditors did not obtain reasonable assurance and were unable to express an opinion on the financial statements. So what are they saying? When audit team discussed the matter regard to he came to the conclusion that auditors did not obtain reasonable assurance and were unable to express an opinion on the financial statements of the company. Getting it? You see here, what are they saying? What auditor decided? See, there are so many expenses. Okay, moreover, company law is also not complied. There are so many expenses. So what ultimately auditor felt, we don't know what is happening inside the company. We are unable to get any assurance. We are unable to get any confidence on the financial statements of the company. We don't give opinion. This is one option. But actually, when this is wrong, when I have a proof, what? When I have a proof that it is mistake, can I say it's a mistake? Suppose management said 10 lakhs expenditure, but they don't have any bill. I asked them, where is the bill? Getting it? They said, bill is lost, sir, but it is a true, genuine expenditure. But there is no bill. Can I say management is cheating? I can't. Can I say it is right? There is no bill. So I am unaware of it. I am unaware of it. So in that case, I will not give opinion. Sir, your duty is to give opinion, no? How can you say I can't give opinion? Are you breaching the contract? I will talk about all this in our audit report chapter. How can I give opinion? Sometimes I'll give a positive opinion, sometimes I'll give negative, but very exceptionally rare circumstances, I will not give opinion at all. I will not give an opinion at all. That is a very rare exceptional scenario. Regarding all this, we will have a discussion more in depth in audit report. We have something called, see, to report. They said to report, right? What report? Audit report. On that audit report, we have a very big chapter. 15 to 20 hours discussion itself is there. You know that? What is meant by report? We have a 15 to 20 hours discussion. What is reasonable assurance? We are having some 1 hour discussion. Nothing but inherent limitations of audit. Question number 7, I think so. That's it. That's about the objective of audit. See, I hope by this time you might have understood. Understanding sentence is different from understanding the concept. Conceptual learning means this. Conceptual learning means not meaning of the sentence and mugging up. That's it. Okay. I hope you understand it thoroughly. Take care. So come to the next session.